Okay, everyone, welcome to another lesson. And today I will be giving a tutorial on how to use basic functions, basic formulas, and the different parts of Microsoft Excel. The last class we looked at spreadsheet softwares, and as of such, that's the reason for this tutorial. So I want everybody to sit back, relax, and learn something today. So the first thing that you need to do, you need to open Microsoft Excel. Now I am using Microsoft Excel 2013. The latest one is 2016. They are quite similar. So if you're using that version, there shouldn't be a problem. So the first thing that you do is open Microsoft Excel. Now when you open Microsoft Excel, on the right hand side where you see blank workbook, tips and tricks, you're going to see these here. But what we are going to select today is blank workbook. So when you select the blank workbook, right, this sheet will appear. Now at the bottom left hand corner where you see sheet 1, this is telling you that this specific sheet is sheet 1, and you can add more sheets by actually clicking on the plus sign here, right? There you see we have sheet 2 and sheet 3. Okay, so first thing, if you notice, there's letters at the top, A, B, C, straight through to Z, right? And then after Z you realize that it continues, but the letters are arranged in a different way. Now always remember this: columns are identified by letters. In spreadsheet, columns are identified by letters always. That does not change. So if you look, you will see that you have column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, straight through downward, right? Now, if you look to your far left, where you see those numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so forth, right? Those numbers represent rows. Those numbers represent rows. If you want to know what a column is, what a row is, click at the top right hand corner and watch the video on Introduction to Excel, where it clearly gives you basic definition on what these are. Now, rows goes across and columns are from up and down. So it is vertically 4 columns and horizontally 4 rows. Right here, this is called the formula bar. The formula bar, right? So this is the place where you type in the formulas that you need to use, right, to calculate whatever data it is that you have inputted into this sheet, right? Whatever it may be. Now, this icon FX, right, allows you to see the different formulas that are there: sum, average, if, hyperlink, count, and so forth. The video that I ask you to click in the top right hand corner gives you the function for some of these formulas, or functions I should say, right? So for you to better able to understand, I advise you to watch that video. Alright, so what we're going to do today, we are going to do a simple activity, right? So what is always done is that you're going to have, so we're going to do the names of students. So you have first name, Now, if you realize the E is over the line, like it is going to the other column. Now, when that happens, don't panic, right? There are two simple steps that you can use. Any one of them, whichever one you are more comfortable with. There are two simple steps. The first one is you can either put the cursor here, you can just click away from where you are typing, put the cursor between or on the line between the two columns, right, until you see that specific icon, right, with the arrows are pointing left and right, right. You hold down and you pull the column line further away from the word, right, and there you go. Or what you can do is put the cursor at the same place until you see that symbol, and you double click very quickly, and there you go. Right, I would advise the second one, but if you're more comfortable with the first one, you may do so. So we have first name, then we have middle name, then we have last name, good. Then we're going to have grades, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and grade as in the different assignments given. And then you have average. Good. So the first row, which is row 1, right, was used to input the title or labels. Title or label. These right here are known as titles or labels. Now these can be formatted, right? What you can do, you can change these as it relates to font style. Right, so I'm going to change mine just for this tutorial. You can change the size, font size. You can even change the color. Now I'm using my theme on my computer is grayscale. So even if I change the color of the letters, right, you won't see it in this tutorial. However, if you do it on your computer, if it is not like this, like mine, you will see the changes. All right, so let us move on. So we're going to make up some names now. All right, so we move to row 2. Now if you realize right here where you see this rectangular is like it is bold, each one of these box is called a cell. C-E-L-L, a cell, right? Now, when you see a cell is highlighted, it is considered to be an active cell, right? So, right here, where first name is, will be considered an active cell. Each cell has a cell address, just like how each house has an address. This cell has an address. How do you identify the cell address? This is how you do it. Right here, you will see that you see A1. A, which is the column, and 1, which is the row. And the cell is intersected by a row and a column, right, where they meet. So if you realize this cell here, right, A, column A and row 1 met right here. Every single cell has a different address, as you can see, right? And when writing a cell address, the column letter comes before the row number. Always remember that, right? Okay, so let's go. So first name. John Doe. Oh, John. We're going to add some names. When you know so many persons and having difficulty even making up names. So we're going to do 5 names. All right, just 5. Okay, so we have 5 different names. All right, so the first grade, say 78%. All right, 65. This person is 5%. 90%. 100%. All right, so we're gonna add in the other grades as well. Right, just making up some grades. Okay, so we have the grades for 3 different grades for each student, right? So right here, I'm going to put total right here, right? So what we're going to find out is the total, right, of all these grades, right? That's what we're going to find using a formula. Now, the previous video told you the difference between a formula and a function, all right? So we're going to use a formula first, then we're going to use a function. And then you will see the difference with the two and which one is easier to use. All right. So I activate this cell, and this cell is D7, where it intersects. Here it is. I go to my formula bar, right? And I press equal. Now remember this is very important. Every single formula and function that you write must, capital MUST, must begin with an equal sign. It will not execute if an equal sign is not there. Remember that. Okay? Okay. So we are going to use a formula. So the first cell that we want to add is D2. So it is equal sign D2, right? plus, right, D3 plus D4. Now, if you realize every single cell that I've added to the formula so far is highlighted by the computer, by the software, right? So it is typically choosing each cell that you are telling it to add, all right? Plus D5 plus D6, right? And then you press enter. And there you go, 338%. There it is, right? Now over to this side now, we are going to use a function to add these grades together. So the first thing we do is equal sign. Then the next thing that you do is, anybody knows? The next thing that you do is use the word sum. Now we all know in math sum means to add, right? So the difference between a formula and a function uses keywords, right? That will help you to do the same thing that a formula will actually help you to do. So just watch. Sum, open bracket, and then we're going to select the range, right? As I keep saying it before, the previous video is in the link will be in the description, and at the top right hand corner I'm going to put the link there, so please look out for it. It tells you what a range is, right? So a range is a block of cells, right? A block of cells. So D2, oh my bad, not D2, it is E2, right? Now within a range you use a colon, right, to tell that you are moving from one cell to another. So that symbol typically means 2 in this case. 2 E6, right? You realize the entire block is highlighted. However, when we were using the function, each cell was highlighted individually. However, when using a range, all the entire cell becomes as one unit, right? After you have placed your final range cell address, right, you use a bracket to close it. Then you press enter and you receive the total, right? Now I'm going to show you another trick, right? Another trick. Just like how I added all these using a function, if you have done that, instead of you doing the same thing over this side, what you can do, what Microsoft Excel allows you to do, is to activate the cell beside of it. At the end, at the bottom right hand corner, there's a small box that is there. You're going to put the cursor at that small box, and when the symbol looks like a darkened or a blocked cross, you hold it, you use your left button on the mouse, hold it and drag it to the right, or to the column that you want to be populated, and you release. And if you notice, I get the total. All right. Time for average. Now there is a symbol for average, a function for average, sorry, right? And we're going to use it today. So remember, you begin with the equal sign, right? Then average, open bracket, yes, D, D2, right, colon, F2. So if you realize everything here is highlighted, every single thing here is highlighted because I use a range, close bracket, enter, and the average is 80%, just like that. So you see the benefit of actually using a function. Now, remember the trick I told you when you put the cursor at the bottom right hand corner, and that cursor comes up, you do the same thing here. What you can, instead of pulling it down, you can double click on it. And there you go. Each person's average is displayed, right? And we can find the total of the average by just putting this across. Just like that. Very easy. Very, very easy. Right? Now, in the next video, I will be showing you some more functions on how to use them. Max, min, sum, if. Functions such as those. Also on how to use the number format when we're dealing with currency. I will be showing that tutorial next week. So please subscribe, like, share, and comment for more videos like these and much more. This is eTech. Have a wonderful day.